Yep. So guys, how many people are installed the virtual machine and the OS? Yeah, are able to see my screen right now?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
did you verify something like did you verify this file system hierarchy after installation of a OS?
yes.
Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you already compared with the Windows and Linux also, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So now you got the clarity about something like a Windows and Linux. So yesterday I already showed you, right, guys? So something like so what is the bin? What is the bin? Just one second. My touchpad not working. So let me. Yeah. Yeah. So something like you guys are. This is the file system hierarchy. So whenever we install the OS, it automatically created the file structure. That file structure will be some purpose. The file structure will be some purpose. Today we will learn so why this file structure created and how we can use this file structure. So what is the purpose of this file structure? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So something like I so what is the slash is the
Parent
top
directory.
level. Yes, parent directory for the all the directories. So guys, I will give you that material today, that Solar Linux material. So I will upload it in the drive. Okay. So something like a so slash is the top level directory for the all the directories. Something like a so bin. So bin is a directory. So bin contains
Welcome.
commands. Bin contains commands whatever we are using. Something like whatever we are using cd, pwd, init 0, something like all the commands will be available in the bin directory. Available in the bin directory. And same like as a bin also. Bin also having having the commands. I will show you guys, no worries. So bin also having the commands. Bin means a super bin. Bin means a super bin. So who is super user?
Root.
Yes, very good. Root is the super user. So root is the super user. So root is the super user, or root is the administrator, or a root is the super user. Root can do anything, right? Root can do anything. So root can do anything. So something like root can do anything. Root can execute. So we have a two folders. So those are bin and sbin. So sbin commands also sbin directory also having the commands, and bin directory also having the. So who is the super user? Root is the super user. So root can execute both bin and sbin commands. Bin and sbin commands because of a root is the super user. Root is the super user. Root can do anything. So sbin means super bin only. Sbin means super bin commands only. Something like a root user is a super user. Root can execute both the sbin and bin command. Sbin and bin commands. For example, normal users. Who are the normal users? So who are the normal users? Something like a Josna, Tim, Tom, Hari. So these people are the normal users. So normal user having certain a limit of permissions, certain limit of permissions, but root having super user privileges, admin privileges. So Hari having some certain a limit of permissions. So Hari user executed only a bin command. Hurry user executed only bin commands. Hurry user not will not execute the sbin commands. Will not execute the sbin commands because of a hurry is a normal user. So in the Linux or Windows, we have a two types of users. We have a two types of two types of users, something like a admin user, non-admin user, admin users, non-admin users. So admin users can do anything. For example, root is the admin user. So normal non-admin users can interact with the system only. So he cannot do everything. Something like, for example, Hari is a normal user. So root can execute both sbin and bin commands. Array user execute only bin commands. Only a bin commands. Now you got it, guys? So bin and sbin. So sbin and bin having the commands only. Whatever we are using. So pwd, cd. Pwd means present working directory. Present working directory. cd means a change directory. Change directory. Change directory. So pwd, cd, all the commands, whatever there in the bin commands, whatever there in the bin folder, bin directory, that bin commands will execute. So will execute a normal user. But a root user can execute both bin and sbin commands. Because of a root user is the super user, root user is the admin user, root user can do anything. Root user can do anything. Guys, now you understood? Guys,
Yes, sir.
yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So VMware, um, so I'm liking the VMware botnet. Why? I already installed the website. Yeah. Thing. I need to root. Yeah. Yep. CD slash is the parent directory for the all the directories. All the directories. Something like, so what are the directories are there? So bin and yes bin directory. So bin contains, so I'm going to the bin directory. CD bin. You see what are there? The commands are there. The commands are there. Control. So which command we are executed? This is right. Set WTL list LLID join. LS also not showing, right? Let's verify it. Why authentication is failing? This is AWS, guys. Don't worry, I installed a yeah. So cat which OS install on this machine? Cat/etc OS release. So Amazon also created their own OS. So with the help of Fedora. So this is also a CentOS, something like a CentOS. So whatever the command cd/ls, you see bin, boot, and everything. So this is also a sudo su. So this is also a root. This is also a same server. So same server cd/els. So here also something like bin, boot, dev. Guys are able to see my screen, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah. Yeah. The same screen, the same so this is also here also we install the OS Linux. So you will able to understand easily. So something like a bin. So I'm going to bin. So bin is also a bin is also having a having the commands. What are the commands there? Every command, whatever the commands, so we are there in the bin folder. A normal user can execute every command in the bin direct. For example, which command we are using? CD command, right? Yeah. So this is the CD and ls command. So ls command. So this is the ls command. Pwd also. So we are using that command. Pwd in the p. Then let's go in the p. lmnop pwd. Yeah. So this is the command pwd. So mkdir. For creating the directory, we are using the mkdir. So let's see mkdir is there. Yeah. So whatever the commands there in the bin directory, a normal user can execute this all the commands. These all are the commands. So these all are the commands. A normal user can execute only bin commands. A root user can execute both sbin and bin command. So something like, let's see, sudo sorry cd. So I'm in the where I am in the bin folder. I want to go back. Cd dot. So cd again, cd sbin. I'm going to the sbin. So sbin also having some commands. Sbin also having some commands. For example, if fdisk hyphen l. So fdisk hyphen, let's see fdisk command is there or not there. Yeah, you see, so fdisk command is there. Fdisk command is the which command? Sbin command. Sbin command. And so this is also a root. I'm going to bin. Let's see fdisk command is there in the bin folder, bin directory. So this is the app. Yeah. So there is no bin command. There is no fdisk command in the bin directory. So the fdisk commands there in the sbin directory. Sbin directory. So what I am saying something like a root user can execute both the sbin and bin commands because of a root user is the admin user, root user is the super user, root user can do anything. But a normal user can execute only bin commands. A normal user can execute only bin commands. So let's see. So something like I'm creating a new user add. Guys, don't worry this part. So we'll show it on the user administration, that user information. So just I'm creating per, so to show the if the normal user is executing that has been commands or not. That's the reason I'm showing. So something like user created. So if the user created yesterday, I already told, right? So where the home directory is created for the user. A normal user's home directory is created under the slash home. Under the slash home. Yes, a user is created. Something like is the a folder. A directory will be created while creating the user. So where the home directory created for the normal user under the slash home, Hari. So ECT user Hari. These are the two users are there. A root user, something like a root user's home directory is CD. So you logged in as a root user, then PWD present working directory. So the root user's home directory is a slash root. A normal user's home directory is slash home slash Hari slash Hari. Yeah. So already user created. So I'm switching to Hari user. Yeah. You see, so I logged in as a Hari user. I logged in as a Hari user. I logged in as a root user. So I logged in as a root user. I executed the command sbin command. So this is the fdisk is the which command? Sbin command. So fdisk is the which command? Sbin command. I'm in the root user in the sbin /sbin having a fdisk command. Fdisk command. So fdisk command is the super bin command. So root user can able to execute this command. Let's try with a normal user. So Hari is the normal user. Hari is the a normal user. Let's try with Hari. So something like a cd sbin cd slash then cd sbin. Yeah. So sbin is the fdisk command. So sbin is the fdisk is the sbin command. Let's try to execute with the user normal user Hari user. So fdisk hyphen yeah. So what it's showing, guys? Guys, tell me what it's showing.
Permission
Permission
denied.
denied.
Yeah, permission denied. So you are executed as a this command. You are executed as a normal user, non-admin user. So that is the reason you got the permission there. So whatever the command you are executing on this, whatever the command you are executing with a normal user, all these commands definitely it will get the permission denied because of it is a sbin commands. Sbin commands only executed by the root user. Sbin commands will not executed by the normal users. But root user can execute it both the bin and sbin. For example, so I'm moving to so bin commands. So I'm a Hari user. I'm a normal user. I'm trying to execute the all the bin commands. For example, ls it's showing pwd it's showing something like cd dot it's showing something like mkdir something like us class us cannot create a directory. So in the slash home. Hari. I went to go the so mkdir Hari. So I'm created the Hari file or mkdir yes or else rm -rf Hari. So mkdir yes class. You see, so rm command is I'm executing the rm command. Let's see, rm command is there. Yes, rm command is there. Whatever the commands, whatever the commands in the bin directory, a normal user can execute bin commands. So bin commands. A normal user cannot execute the sbin command. Fdisk is the sbin command. Fdisk So fdisk hyphen L. So fdisk is the, for example, fdisk is the sbin command. A normal user cannot execute the sbin commands. So a normal user can execute the bin commands cd, ls, mkd, rf, mkd, mkd. But the fdisk command is the sbin command. A normal user cannot execute the sbin commands. So let's try. So a root user can execute the fdisk and the sbin commands also. Something like, what are the sbin commands? ls verbs, something like a pwd verbs, something like a cd, a var, log. Yes. So cd command also executed by the root user. So a root user is the super user. Root user can execute both the sbin and bin commands. Sbin and bin commands. Now you got it, guys? Guys, understood? Now understood?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now understood the bin and, now you understood the bin and, yeah. So now you guys are understood bin and,
Spin.
now you understood the bin and, yes, bin. So a normal user, root user. So root user can execute both sbin and bin commands, but a normal user can execute only a bin commands. So what is the home directory for the root user? So /root is the root user home directory. Root user's home directory is /root. A normal user's home directory is /home. Under /home, something like Hari. Under /home, Suresh. Under /home, something like a Tom. So whatever, guys. A normal user's home directory is under /home. So why /home? So if you create a normal user's home directory will create under the /home. So what is the /root? A root user's home directory is /root. /home is for normal user. So /root is for the root users. So bin and sbin are both are having the commands. But so bin commands executed by the root user and normal user, but sbin commands especially executed by the root user only. Specially executed by the root user only. So yesterday I already you so what is the /boot? So /boot contains a bootable information, bootable info. So in the bootable info, guys, VM lineage. So this is the kernel file, VM lineage, and init RAM address. So we'll discuss later, guys. Please remember this. So in the /boot directory, the bootable information will be there. So the bootable information will be there. So will be there. Something like a media or MNT. MNT is for USB. Something like whatever, yeah, you are attaching the pen drives. You are attaching the pen drives in the Linux machine, where you can see in the MNT directory. So media. So CD-ROM or DVD-ROMs, right? CD drives or DVD drives. So the CD and DVD drives will be under the under the under the media under the media. So I already told you, right? So a temporary directory is for the temporary to store the files or folders or whatever. So this is a temporary purpose. So I already told you USR and OPT. Something like, so while installing the OS, 301 packages installed. So yesterday, while installing the OS, so we have a 301 packages. So 301 packages are installed. So these packages are all related to a system related packages. All the system related packages will be installed under the USR directory. All the system related packages will be installed under the USR directory. So third party softwares. What are the third party software? For example, so you installed a one server in that you installed a CentOS server. So developers develop that code. Developers develop that code. I want to, I want to deploy a code on the server. So something like a code. So if you want to deploy a code, definitely we need the a web server. And so which platform do develop the code? Something like web server is a Tomcat server and Java. So we need to install the Java and Tomcat on this server. Then only we can develop. So these Tomcat and Java are the third party softwares. Third party third party softwares. Third party softwares will be installed under the /opt. The third party softwares will be installed under the /opt. So something like a var. So var is nothing but a, so in the var there is a logs. In the logs, so something like in the logs there is a messages. So something like all the log information will be log files, system related logs, application logs. All the logs will be located in the var log, located in the var log. And so dev. So what is the dev? So dev is nothing but a device information. Device information. Device is nothing but a hard disk information. So while installing the OS, you created a 20 GB of hard disk, right? 20 GB of hard disk. So what is the naming convention for the 20 GB of hard disk? For example, in Windows, C, D, E drive. So where you are installing your OS in the C drive. The same like as a Linux also having a naming convention. So naming convention /dev SDA. I will show you guys. I will show you. Yeah. So where is the information available? So that the hard disk information, HDD information will be, you took the 20 GB, right? 20 GB for OS installation. So it's took from the HDD. So those are the hard disk, hard disk, hard disk, HDD, HDD, HDD. So these hard disks are two types, IDE, SATA. Hard disks are two types. So I saw something like a SATA hard disk and IDE hard disk. IDE hard disk. So if for example the latest is SATA, so the latest is SATA. So something like so this is a SATA hard disk. SATA hard disk. The naming convention should be something like where the hard disk information available in the /dev, right? /dev means devices. So /dev. So for example, these are the three hard disks, three SATA hard disks. So this until okay, this is the one hard disk, this is the two hard disk, this is the three hard disk. So something like the hard disk information will be available in the /dev, /dev, /dev. Under the /dev, so something like a SATA hard disk. SATA disk. For example, this is a SATA disk. SATA disk means SD. So /dev, SD, /dev, SD, /dev, SD. So /dev, SD. So this is the disk one. So the naming convention is disk one is nothing but a. Disk two is nothing but a B. Disk three is nothing but a C. So for example, disk four is nothing but a D. So what is the naming convention for the first hard disk? SATA disk A, SATA disk B, SATA disk C. So what is the guys? /dev slash SDA /dev slash SDB /dev slash SDC. So A is nothing but a physical hard disk 1. So B is nothing but a 2. C is nothing but a 3. D is nothing but a 4. So this is common. So hard disk is common. So if it is a first hard disk, it called as a A. The second hard disk, it is called as a B. The third hard disk, it is called as a C. The fourth hard disk, it is called as a D. So the naming convention for the hard disk is /dev SDA /dev SDB /dev SDC /dev SDC. Guys, now you got it? Guys, got it or not?
Yes, sir.
SATA disk.
Will be confusing.
Yeah. So this is the hard disk, guys. This is the hard disk. So in our laptop, something like a SATA disk is there, right? A SATA disk. So something like in the configuration. So in the configuration, yesterday I showed you, right? Something like 20 GB of RAM, something like 128 GB of RAM. So what is your configuration, guys? For example, your configuration. So how much RAM you have? RAM, something like a 16 GB, right? CPU, I have 8-core CPU and hard disk is 500 GB. Hard disk is 500 GB. I will show it to you. So in Windows, so this is the PC. In this PC, this is my hard disk. So this is hard disk. So this hard disk is something like this. So this is the hard disk. This is the hard disk in my laptop. This hard disk is 500 GB. So how much I have? So how much I have? I have 500. But I gave in Windows. I already told, right. So C D E. So we are creating the a naming convention in Windows C D E. For example, I created only one directory. I created only one. So one drive, that is a C. So that is a C. C having 500 GB. So something like here. So we have another hard disk. So we have another hard disk is there. For example. So this is the hard disk. So this is the hard disk. Copy. So I'm going to paste it here. Right? Something like. For example, so this is my laptop. For example, so you are thinking this is my laptop. So my laptop having a 500 GB. My laptop having a 500 GB hard disk. 500 GB hard disk. So in Windows it call it as a a drive. It call it as a drive. It call it as a drive. So in my laptop I have only one. I have only one one hard disk. The hard disk name is something like a C. In Windows it is C. So the name so the how much? 500 GB. So 500 GB. So this is the Windows. This is the Windows. For example, I have another. Yes, copy, save, keep it here. For example, you are thinking like this is a D drive. This is the a drive is a D drive. Windows, assuming like this is the a D drive. So this is the a D drive. Assuming this is the D drive, and yeah. So I have two hard disk in my lap. I have two hard disk. One is 500 GB Another one is a 500 GB. So I have created a drive in Windows C, and I have created another drive D, another drive D. So now I have a two drives C and D. So C having 500 GB and D having having a 500 GB. So D having a 500 GB. So in Windows, the naming convention is C drive, D drive, C drive, D drive. So this is a Windows emission. So the naming convention for the hard disk. So Windows. So Windows. So C drive. So this is a SATA hard disk. Which hard disk it is? SATA disk. So this is nothing but a SATA disk. SATA disk. So this is a SATA disk. Two SATA disks are available in my Windows lab. For example, I'm taking a Linux. So this is a Linux mission. So this is a Linux mission. So Linux CentOS CentOS S7 mission. So CentOS 7 mission. So same. Why am I unable to? This is not hard disk. This is another hard disk. So this is the one hard disk. Three. Yeah. So I have in my CentOS mission, I have a three hard disks. Three hard disks. What are the hard disks? SATA, SATA disk. SATA disk. SATA disk means SD. So here also, this is my SATA, SATA disk, SATA disk 2. For example, this is 1, this is 1, this is 3, SATA disk 3, SATA disk 3, SATA disk 3. So what is the naming convention for the SATA disk? SD. So we have a three hard disk in my Linux. So the naming convention. So where are the device information? Hard disk information will be available under the /dev slash so /dev. The device information will be available under the /dev. So under the /dev, how many hard disks are there? So we have three hard disks with 500 GB. So 300 disk window with a 500 GB. The naming convention should be, so the disk will be available under the /dev. So what is this disk? SATA disk. So SATA disk SD. So disk 2, name it, call it as a B. So A equal to 1, B equal to 2, C equal to 3, D equal to 4, so E equal to 5, F equal to 6, 6, something like 6, 7, 8. So whatever the maybe the naming convention, A equal to 1, B equal to 2, something like that. The naming convention for the /dev SD. So what is the hard disk? The first hard disk. The first hard disk name it called as a /dev SDA. So /dev SDA. The third hard disk /dev SDC. So this is the third disk. The naming convention is, this is the hard disk one. The naming convention is A. So this is the two hard disks. The naming convention is B. So this is default. This is default. Dev SD means SATA disk. SD means a SATA disk. HD means hard disk or something like IDE disk. V means virtual disk. So you understood, guys? So I have a three hard disk in my Linux machine. So the hard disk information will be available under the /dev. Yes, /dev. Let's see. Let's see in the, so something like, so this is, so where is our line? So where is our device information? /cd/ sorry, cd/. So what is this? A dev. So dev is nothing but a device information. cd dev. I'm going to that folder. Let's see. Let's see. So SDA is there or not there? You see, SDA is there. SDA means, so I have one hard disk. I have one hard disk. So I have one hard disk in the server. So something like, let's see in the virtual machine. Let's see in the virtual machine. cd slash cd slash cd no, dev dev. So dev is nothing but device information. Let's see in the thing. I'm unable to see this. You see SDA. You see SDA. For example, I'm adding three hard disks. Let's add three hard disks. So if you want to add any hardware, definitely we need to shut down the machine. So definitely we need to shut down the machine. So otherwise, so we are unable to add this is the storage, right? So how much we add? 20 GB. The 20 GB is like a slash dev SDA. So I'm adding another two hard disks. I'm adding another two hard disks. I'm going to settings, storage, storage. So here I'm adding another hard disk. You see, guys. So this is the virtual, right? Add, sorry, create. Selecting the controller, start. Add optical drive, add the hard disk. Yeah, add the hard disk. Something like how much hard disk are there? Only one hard disk, that is SDA. This is SDA. I'm adding, I'm creating another two hard disks. Something like next. The size is 20 GB. Finish. So added another hard disk, and I'm adding next, next, next. Yeah. So I'm adding two hard disks. I'm adding two hard disks. So I'm adding another hard disk also. So what is this? 1 VDA, 1 VDA. Yeah. So I have added three hard disks with 20 GB, 20 GB. So like first is the SDA, the second is SDB, the third is SDC. Let's see. Let's see. So I have added three hard disks. I have added so port 0, port 1, port 2. These are the three hard disks I have added SATA hard disk. So one is SDA. We already showed one is SDA. The second one is SDB. The third one is SDC. Let's see. The OS is booting. Yeah. So server is up. So after server up, I'm trying to add the storage. So you see, so it is disabled. So you see, it is disabled. So if you want to add any hardware, definitely we need to shut down the machine. So definitely we need to shut down the machine. So what is the username, guys? What is the username, guys? What is the username?
Red hat.
Sorry. What is the username? Red hat.
Root.
Yes. So user as a root, password is red hat. So whatever you want, you can put it the password. Oops, red hat. Yeah. So CD. So the device information will be available under the /dev ls /dev ls. Guys, did you find? So how many hard disks? So we have only one hard disk, right? So before we have only one hard disk, that is SDA. We saw that SDA, but now we added two hard disks, that is second hard disk is SDB, third hard disk is SDC. Now you got it? So hard disk information will be available under the /dev. /dev is nothing but a devices. So if you want, how many disks are there? So in my Linux we have three disks are there. For example, Dell PowerEdge R712. So images. Yeah, guys, you see. So these are the hard disks. These are the hard disks. Something like one hard disk, two hard disk, three hard disk, four hard disk, five hard disk, six hard disk. I will show you with the. You see, so this is the 1 TB, 1 TB, 1 TB. Let's see, is there any clear? Yeah, so these are the hard disks, something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here, so we have a 8 hard disks are there. So the 8 hard disk will be the 8 hard disks. So what is the naming convention, guys? All the 8 hard disks, for example. Guys, tell me. So I have a 8 hard disks are there. SATA disk, SATA, SATA disk 1, SATA disk 2, SATA disk 3, SATA disk 4, SATA disk 5, SATA disk 6, SATA disk 7, SATA disk 8. So we have a physical 8 hard disks are there. So guys, tell me. So the first SATA hard disk naming convention will be /dev. The hard disk information will be available under the which directory? /dev directory. So what is the disks, guys? SATA disk. SATA disk. One is nothing but a, guys. One is nothing but yeah. Very good. The second hard disk, for example, /dev. The second hard disk B is nothing but
B.
2 is nothing but
B.
So /dev. 3 is nothing but
C.
/dev.
D.
Is SD D. Next, guys, /dev SD. This is four completed. 5. The fifth hard disk is SATA disk A B C D E E. So the next one is /dev SD. Yeah, /dev SD G. Something like /dev SD H. So if it increases, the alphabet will increase. The numericals will increase, alphabet will increase. You understood, guys? So this is something like a 500 GB, 500 GB, something like a. So this is like a 200 GB hard disk, 200 GB hard disk, something like same like. Understood, guys? The hard disk information will be available under the /dev. The naming convention should be. So the naming convention should be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, SDA, SDB, SDC. If something like, if it is a SATA, I told you, right? IDE also, IDE hard disk also there. So these are the, before SATA, they are using the IDE hard disk. The naming should be /dev HD. IDE means HD, HDA, /dev HD, /dev HD. See, if it is a IDE hard disk, I will show it to you. So what is the difference between IDE and SATA disk? So this is the SATA disk, guys. So SATA disk having a this SATA power, a SATA data, and SATA power. So SATA power will be there. So if it is a IDE hard disk, there will be a cable. There will be, yeah, this is the cable we are using. So something like. So ID hard disk having a hard disk having a pins. ID hard disk having a pins. So before we are using, so before SATA we are using the ID hard disks. IDE hard disk. There will be a cable. There will be a cable and pins. So SATA hard disk. SATA is nothing but a so SATA disk having this chipset. This is the option. So we are using for the SATA disk. So this is for the ID. This is for the ID. So if you put ID hard disk, it will be the naming convention should be a HDA. So if it is a SATA, the naming convention should be a ST. Now you got it, guys? Understood? So slash div. So something like so var, right? Var log. So I will show you a log information. I will show you to the log information. Something like cd slash cd var log. So in the these all are the logs. These all are the logs. Cronny logs, boot log, Amazon log. So something like a WTP log. So cloud log, cronny log. So last log. So these are the logs. Something like I will show it in I will show it in the cd var log, the log information. You see, so the log information. So something like anaconda log, audit log, boot log, btmt log, cron log, cronny log, d messages. So firewall d log, so last log, mail log, messages log, secure log, WTB log. So something like, for example, a system related logs will be available in the messages file, less messages. So these are the system related logs. These are the system related, something like a last kernel BIOS. So when it starts, so when it's boot, something like so there will be a logs generating on the one file. That file is a messages. The system all the logs will be located at the var log. All the logs located at the var logs. Guys, now you understood, right? So this is the file system hierarchy. Every directory having a some purpose. Some purpose. Guys, understood? Guys?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I will show you one thing, guys. So in the downloads, so there is downloads, the downloads such date. So we will check. Yeah. So this is the material, guys. I will upload it in the so this is the material. I will upload it in the drive, guys. You can download it and you can use this. So and I provided the information related to yeah, this is the file system hierarchy, Linux file system hierarchy. You see, right? Something like 0 is for halt or shutdown, 6 is for repo. I will tell you guys nowadays the commands. So something like that. Device naming convention, hard disk. If it is a hard disk IDE, the naming convention should be HDA. So something like it is a SATA, the naming convention should be SDA, SDB. So if it is a virtual environment, like if it will be a VDA, VDAG. So something like if it is a DVD slash dev DVD, so CD-ROM slash dev CD-ROM. Okay. Yeah. Commands. Bin and has been commands. So a non-admin like normal user can execute only bin commands, has-been and a bin commands. So a admin like user execute a bin and has-been commands. A root user. So I will show you tomorrow, guys, this. Yeah. So file system hierarchy. So file system hierarchy slash root home. What is the purpose of slash? It is a top level directory. It is a parent directory for the all other directories. It is called as a root directory. It is separated by the forward slash. In example, in Windows, it is a C. C. C of Windows. C of Windows. C of Windows. So what is the root? So root is a home. So slash root is the directory. These all are the directories. You guys remember? These all are the directories. It is a home directory for the root user, super user. It provides a working environment for the root user. So something like a, so in Windows, see document settings administrator. Home. So home is it is a home directory for the other users. Other users means normal users. It provides a working environment for the other users. So for example, Windows username, normal user. So boot contains a bootable files of a Linux like a linum-linux and init-ramg. So etc contains all the configuration files users. By default, softwares are installed in the /user directory. So opt, it is the optional directory for the user. So it is a, sorry guys, it is a third party software. It is an optional directory for the user. It contains a third party software. Bin, it contains the commands used by the all the users. Bin commands. It contains commands used by the all the users, admin and non-admin. So SBin commands. It contains commands used by the only super user. Super user means root user. Super user means root user. Something it contains device files like a HDA, hard disk, CD-ROM, whatever the similar files in the CD or something like SATA disk, hard disk will be available in the slash job. So where contains a variable data like emails, log files. So MNT is the default mount point for any partition if it is empty by default. USBs will be in this media CD-ROM. It contains a removable CD-ROM, DVD-ROM. So these are the Linux file system hierarchy. So guys, I will upload it in the drives. You guys can go through download. Yeah, so I'm uploading this also, and I'm uploading the file. I'm uploading the I'm uploading AWS PPT also, and I'm uploading the CNE. This one, and it is AWS PPT. Yeah, you guys can go through this and so read the Linux file system hierarchy. Okay, guys. Hello, guys are able to hear?
Okay.
So I will tell you, Henry, I will tell you, no worries. What is the CD command? What is the PW command? What is the commands? Definitely I will show you. Okay, guys. Yeah. So I will upload it all the something like all the information what we need. So for this course. Okay, guys. Okay. So we'll continue on.